EX7 Dragon Link support is here, and by combining it with EX3 where it first debuted, we can get ourselves the most updated build for this deck. Dragon Link contains the both colors of red and black, with Volcanic Dramon representing red, as well as the Earth and Rock Dragons, providing a offensive playstyle type. And then there is Metallic Dramon, which represents black, as Sky and Machine Dragons for defensive and control. By combining the power of the two dragons together, we will get 2 lines of new support, which means double the fun. So let's go ahead and talk about some of these new cards. Starting with the level 3s, there's both Vorvomon and Jazamon, which gives you search, draw power, memory gain, and DP buffs, which are the cards that you want to maximize at most with them. And to make sure that we can draw even more cards, I'm running the BT14 Koromon. And to round off for the rest of the rookies, I'm still playing the old EX3 Jazamon, which can help us gain memory back when we play a Hina, and also a main card that we want to build our stack with in the back as well. For level 4s, there's the new Larvorvomon and Jazardmon, which both have that when digivolving effect, letting you play a Hina as long as you have 1 or fewer tamers. They both have on-play effects as well, whether you can draw more cards or recur resources back from the trash. As for the EX3 versions, I'm still running 2 copies of both of the older one just because they have on-play effects letting you search additionally with 4-cost hard play, which is very memory efficient. There's 2 EX3 Flame Dramons where the main intention is to provide end-of-turn DNA, and yes, that's exactly what it means, where we're going to be running the Dorbikmon and Ragnar package to finish games in style. For the new level 5s, Lavaguratamon and Jazarikmon both have different conditions that can be met to gain a memory back when you digivolve, so you only effectively play 2 costs and you can immediately follow up with a level 6. Lavaguratamon deletes 6000 DP or less Digimon and provides security +1. Jazarikmon de-digivolves and gives you redirection for defense. And yes, I'm still running both EX3 versions of these cards because when you hard play them, you get the on-play effect to play a Hina for free with no stipulations. Their other effects are removal just exactly like the new ones, which is where they originated from anyways. And speaking of similarities, the level 6s have very familiar effects with both Volcanic Dramon and Metallic Dramon as well. They both have on-play and when attacking effects for larger scale removal, and they still have similar retrospective effects to floodgate against your opponents for an entire turn, but this time the nice thing is it's when digivolving, meaning you don't necessarily require Hina to get a bit of value when you go into these cards. Volcanic Dramon continues to delete your opponent's Digimon for the lowest DP and prevents them from moving or playing any other Digimon with 6000 DP or less. Metallic Dramon can now de-digivolve up to 4 in your opponent's Digimon and prevents any of their level 4 lower Digimon from digivolving for a whole turn. Both of them can float each other out when they would be in threat and leaving the battle area, where one can be played from the trash and the other from the hand to interrupt against your opponent's board while doing so. And I still play one of each of the older EX3 versions just because they have slightly different usages and tools different to the newer ones. To sum up for the level 6s, like I mentioned before, running the Dorbikmon, which can Digicross, rush, delete stuff, swing for some attacks, and then end of turn DNA combo alongside to go into Ragnar Lordmon to finish off games. Hina is your main core tamer of the deck. Without her, it cannot function to its fullest, so you have to maximize her at 4 copies. Not only she provides you memory at the start of your turn, she also continues to give you on-play effects that you can activate as you digivolve up into your dragon line. Having multiple copies is also perfect because it allows you to repeat that again and again. Dragon Link's fans, I feel ya, because I have completely no idea why we don't have a brand new Hina to work with in this deck, which is very much needed at some point in the future. But in the meantime, until we do get one, I'm currently still running the BT8 hero to give us additional attack power when we attack into security to ensure we can safely swing over bodies as well at the same time, and mainly as the memory setter. But the nice thing is we are going to be getting Garnet memory boost, which is going to help this deck tremendously, so definitely stay tuned for further updates. Lastly, for my one-off tech spice, I'm running Mega Digimon Assembly, which gives us another access point to potentially go into Ragnar Lordmon to help finish games without necessarily needing to rely on Dorbikmon and Flame Dramon. If you're enjoying this new style of the deck profile video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more additional Digimon deck profiles and content. If you want to see gameplay for this deck and see it in action, make sure to give this video a like, and if we're able to reach over 500+ likes, I'll take it to locals. Alright, tech verses and other cards that you guys can also include in this deck. If you want to run an additional 5th egg, Gurimon from BT8 is a fantastic choice as it gives you that same draw power purpose, very similar to Koromon, which we're currently running. If you want low-end removal, Vorvomon and Fireball are fantastic to get rid of like Floodgate rookies, and Fireball additionally gives you the draw power to help you gather more pieces. If you need even more searching, Ukomon is great to help you potentially fetch for your Hina and any of your Digimon in the early stages of the game, or you can even run Red Memory Boost if you need extra extra memory to help you make more plays during your own turn. As for other tamers, you can have the starter deck 15 type, which gives you DP buffs and draw power whenever you redirect attacks defensively, which synergizes with the new Jazarikmon. Or you can even play Shoto, which gives you blocker and piercing at the end of the turn to any of your big stack, additionally giving you memory at the start of your main phase. For removal that has black and red synergy, you can still run the BT8 Black Wargreymon together with lower end Digimon, or even multiple tamers that your opponent has on the board. Or to deal with wide boards instantly, there is also Crimson Blaze. Combo guides and how to play the Dragon LINKZ deck. It is a stack-based building deck after all, so of course you're trying to see your level 3s, 4s, and 5s and 6s when it comes to your mulligan hand. But what you really need to establish as you're climbing throughout your stack is prioritize on finding Hina and setting her up as soon as possible. So let's start off with combo number 1, as 1 memory is all you need to begin, and you want to have a Jazamon in the reading area ready to go alongside with your level 4s, either EX7s that can help you play out the Hina for free, and then go into a level 5 to go for some removal on your opponent's side, and making sure that your opponent is not able to address it right away because you want to have a follow-up in the next turn. So you're going to push out Jazamon, and with its starter main phase, you're going to toss away a Rock Dragon or Earth Dragon to gain a memory and draw a card. Afterwards, you're going to play 2 memory to digivolve into either Jazardmon or Lavavoromon, which is going to help you play that Hina for free. You're not going to be able to use the on play here just yet, but at least you get the when digivolving. But ideally, you're going to end your board with a level 5 to utilize those on play effects. So whether if you want to go into Jazarik or into Lavagirutara to remove something, you can digivolve for the 3 cost first, and then utilize their on-play effects by suspending the Hina to delete something 6000 DP or less. And if your opponent doesn't have anything that's 6000 DP or less, you gain that memory back, effectively being a 2 cost evo until level 5. And the same idea applies with Jazarikmon if you get into it. In a different scenario, if you didn't have access to the newer Lavagirutara or Jazarikmon, if you have the older one, it's equally just as good because you can digivolve into the older Lavagirutaramon. You get to suspend the Hina to give it the on-play so they can play a second one, meaning that if you have access to the older EX3 Jazarikmon, you can do exactly the same as well, but this would just mean that you'll be ending off your turn with 3 memory on your opponent's side of the board instead of 2. So for combo number 2, it is a follow-up to combo number 1, and the next step is to get access into your level 6s to essentially start controlling the board from there. And if you establish multiple Hinas, then that's fantastic. If your opponent has a Digimon on the board, you're going to be starting at 3 memory, gaining 1 of each, and you're just going to straight digivolve right into your Volcanic Dramon or your Metallic Dramon for the full 5 costs. Right here, you get to use Hina to suspend to activate its on-play effect, deleting one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. And if you have multiple Hina, which is second one or even third one and so on, you can repeat this and delete another one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP again. Afterwards, when digivolving with Volcanic Dramon, you're going to stop everything that's 6000 DP or less from moving or being played. Or if you go into Metallic Dramon, you de-digivolve and prevent them from digivolving, basically floodgating the entire turn right there. If they're not able to play, and then that's when you want to start beating them down with your Inheritables and attacking as much as possible. For combo number 3, it is once again a follow-up to combo number 2, as you want to have your level 6 established on the board, and ideally it's going to be Metallic Dramon, which is specifically black, which is going to be really important because you're going to be synergizing with your Dorikmon to finish it off as you digicross with 5 different dragon names, and then use Ragnarlord to basically end it. And this is assuming your opponent has 5 security with this perfect lineup, and you will require 3 memory, whether if you have a memory setter or if your opponent has a Digimon so that you have 2 Hinas, or depending on how much they pass to you, 3 is the minimum that you need to work with. So immediately you're going to go with Metallic Dramon to swing for 2 checks thanks to Lavagirutaramon right there, draw 1 for Koromon, and then you're going to bring out Dorikmon by sliding underneath with Digicross with 5 different dragon names. And once Dorikmon comes out on play, you get to delete one of your opponent's Digimon that's 13k DP or less, thanks to having 5 maximum sources starting at 3000. Once you delete something, if you have the Lavagirutaramon from the order, you get to gain that memory back as well. And this is where you want to utilize this rush to go ahead and swing for additional security, putting down your opponent to 2 security left. And this is exactly where you're going to be finishing off with Ragnarlordmon by DNA digivolving into this gigantic stack with Metallic Dramon all together. And since Ragnarlordmon has more than 8 sources at this point, you get to trash 2 of your opponent's security and you also get to just finish it off the game like that. And any time that you don't have enough memory to work with, this is where Flame Dramon comes in to give you that end of turn DNA combo. And with that, you will be able to achieve the exact same result because Ragnar Lordmon has Blitz, so even if the memory is on the opponent's side, you can still swing and finish it off, trash through security, which is one of the coolest ways to help you win in this deck. Don't forget to get your very own copy of the Star Shooter playmat and memory marker on the AVAULT store right now. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day, great night, wherever you are. See you in the next video. It is AVAULT signing out.